So, yet another update on the emerging Halloween cinematic universe, which will be a TV series, at least at first, though I'm guessing we're going to branch out to movies real fast. And that is really the major update that this is on the fast track. So, there are two things that are being promised. One, it's coming quickly. They haven't picked a writer yet, but they're on the verge of doing that. And secondly, this is what's known as a creative reset, which means the Blumhouse trilogy, whether you like it or don't like it, will be entirely ignored. So this is apparently going to work somewhat with the original film, but it will be creating its own canon. But given the sheer popularity, I would assume the obvious that Loomis and Laurie will appear, but again, it will obviously be focused on Michael, yet it won't necessarily replicate the first film, but it's going to work with more or less the guidelines. But they are going to go off in their own direction, and it is a TV show now. And given the structure of TV shows nowadays, it will probably be 8 to 10 episodes per season and move on from there. So, what do I think? Well, they gave only a few details, one of which is that they will begin with the 1960s. That part I do find exciting because if you do go through the films carefully, we never got that much with Michael's family. And granted, I did not like what Rob Zombie did, but there you go. Be careful what you ask for. But in terms of Michael Myers himself, it's kind of a blank slate. We only get a few details, and I've done a few videos on this, and I want to return to it. But one tantalizing rumor was the original version of Halloween Ends, they were going to bring in Michael's parents to do at least a cameo. I thought was very, very intriguing. So there's just a lot with Michael we never really got to, and the promise here will be that the underdeveloped characters will finally be given a kind of spotlight. So that's very intriguing and that's very exciting. However, my own honest brutal feelings here are it is very, very unclear this will work. Granted, there have been a few success stories. I've heard many good things about Child's Play coming to TV. Was Friday the 13th. However, that was not really tied to the Jason mythology. But I do like that show. So it has worked sometimes, like the Freddy show back in the day. The rule, more often than not, it's just a lot of dilution when you bring, quote, a movie franchise to a TV series. Exceptions, Buffy is one of them. However, overall, the numbers do not work in Halloween being a TV series. However, I could be wrong. I'm just a little nervous, and I do think some of the YouTubers who are very excited about this should just be a little bit more honest, namely that it's just a lot of good content, right? That we can report on rumors, casting announcements, so on and so forth. But is this going to be a better story? That I am very mixed on whether they will have a better story. That said, they have not picked the writer yet, so we have to wait until the writer is announced and they give broadly what is going to be the outline. And then, of course, we're going to get to the casting. Were those good choices? Not good choices? And also, are they going to play around and just leave Michael for only 1 or 2 episodes, which would, I think, be disappointing? At least the upcoming Friday the 13th series, they say very clearly, Jason will be up front. We will get a lot of Jason, and they will work with the, quote, movie canon. So there's a lot to be excited there. But here, still very vague. Again, I am interested, but more reasons to be nervous than reasons to be excited at this point. But if they do dive into Michael's origins just a little bit, I do think we should keep him mysterious, but just a few more details about his parents and about what triggered him, that would definitely be an intriguing path. But again, too soon to tell. Like it or not, Halloween the TV show is coming, and coming very, very quickly.